Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. Here is the Z107.7 local news for Wednesday, August 20th, 2025. A woman was arrested on suspicion of killing her brother's 1-month-old puppy. On Monday at around 8 p.m., San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies responded to a reported argument between a brother and sister in the 72,300 block of Sunnyvale Road in 29 Palms. Deputies say the argument was between Marcela Tejeda, 39, and her brother, who called 911 to report the incident. The brother told deputies that they were arguing about his 1-month-old dog and that during the argument, Marcela Tejeda threatened to kill the dog. Deputies say that she picked up the dog by its neck, shook it several times, and threw it against a window. The brother said that when he picked it up, it was dead. 29 Palms Animal Control responded to the scene and removed the dog. Marcela Tejeda was arrested for suspicion of cruelty to animals and is being held at the West Valley Detention Center on $30,000 bail. The town of Yucca Valley's annual Crack Slurry and Cape Seal project began yesterday. Striping removal has already begun on roads throughout town and will continue through August 28th. Crack sealing will begin on September 2nd and continue through September 9th. After crack sealing, slurry and or Cape Seal applications will be applied to further strengthen and protect the roadway surface. The town says that the proactive maintenance effort is designed to extend the life of local streets and reduce the need for costly roadway reconstruction in the future. Residents and businesses within the project area will receive advance notice from the contractor regarding any temporary impacts to access or parking. The town of Yucca Valley reminds motorists to slow down in work zones and drive carefully to ensure the safety of crews and the public. Yucca Valley residents now have 4 mobile home parks dedicated to residents who are aged 55 and over. The Yucca Valley Town Council reviewed the proposed senior mobile home park overlay district at a packed Tuesday night meeting. Online news editor Robert Hayden picks it up from here.
First up, longtime Morongo Basin power couple Chris and Debbie Gubler were honored with a Yucca Valley Spirit Award. The council had a lot of nice things to say about the couple as they were honored for their community spirit and dedication to enhancing the quality of life in Yucca Valley. You'll recognize the name from Gubler Orchids and Landers, which is in its 50th year. We'll have more about the award in a separate story this week. Next, a report was presented from Tim Lewis, who sits on the board of the Yucca Valley Airport. The airport recently received a $10,000 grant from Caltrans Aeronautics, and they've submitted project proposals to Caltrans State Airport Capital Improvement Plan, or CIP. Lewis says that the project's proposals include hangars and fuel projects, as well as improvements to the infield. Projects happening now at the airport are weed abatement and fixing cracks on the runway, along with raising some of the security fencing from 4 to 6 feet. It was then on to the Senior Mobile Home Park Overlay District. The proposed district was unanimously passed by the Planning Commission at their July 8th meeting, and in that meeting they laid out a plan for the Yucca Valley mobile home parks that currently have 80% of their units housing at least one resident that is 55 years or older. The 4 mobile home parks that fit that criteria are the Country Club Mobile Estates, the Aztec Mobile Home Park, the Apache Mobile Home Park, and the Gates of Spain Mobile Estates. In total, there are about 716 mobile home park spaces in Yucca Valley, and approximately 76 of all those spaces are occupied by someone 55 years or older, according to Associate Town Planner Jared Jerome. You may recall the Gates of Spain coming up in late 2023 when it became the target of a year-long moratorium on changes to the park after new owners proposed making it all ages. That's something that Gates of Spain resident Christine Moon remembers.
This created deep concern and worry for our residents. Seniors make up a vital part of this community, and we rely on the stability of the senior 55-plus mobile home parks to maintain our quality of life.
John Serpinski is also a retired resident at the Gates of Spain Mobile Estates, which he says provides a bit of sanctuary in his life.
My wife and I have 5 kids and 11 grandchildren. We moved there for a reason. It's very quiet. There's no parties. There's no playgrounds.
A third Gates of Spain resident named Les Howitt says he's seen the results of all-age mobile home parks before.
It can create chaos, so we appreciate if this overlay is passed.
The town council was in full support of the overlay district, passing it unanimously, with Councilmember Merle Abel recusing himself from the vote. You can find a longer version of this story on our website, and we'll have more from the Yucca Valley Town Council meeting later this week. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Robert Hayden.
The Morongo Valley Community Services District Board of Directors meets in regular session tonight at 6 p.m. at Covington Park's multi-purpose room. Reporter Gabriel Hart has a look at their agenda.
For new business, it is recommended that the Board of Directors discuss, review, and approve lifting the spending freeze that's been in place since March 6th. The board is also revisiting a previously discussed tax initiative for Morongo Valley to provide sustainable funding for essential services, including fire protection, park maintenance, and community programs. This discussion will focus on identifying community needs, determining the appropriate tax structure, and outlining the steps required for voter consideration. The board will discuss various purchases, including ring cameras and upgrades to CPR equipment for the fire department, roll-off dumpsters for another cleanup at Covington Park, and travel expenses for President Gorky and General Manager Chavez, who both received scholarships to attend the Special Districts Leadership Academy in Monterey, California. Following the district's Splash Bash event on Saturday, August 9th, a tree fell less than 48 hours later in the exact area where one of the activities had taken place, underscoring the urgent need for maintenance. It is recommended that the Board of Directors discuss, review, and approve a quote for tree maintenance. Reporting for Z107.7, I'm Gabriel Hart.
After several months of discussion, the town of Yucca Valley will hold its first meeting of the Animal Shelter Operating Committee tomorrow. Here is reporter Adeline J. Wells with more on the meeting's agenda.
The first meeting of the Yucca Valley Animal Shelter Operating Committee will begin with housekeeping items to further set up the structure of the new body. The committee formation was recommended by town staff as part of their 90-day operational review of the shelter following significant public discourse at town council meetings. Council members Jeff Drodes and Jim Schooler volunteered to be the two standing members, one of whom will be named chair. The committee will also determine items such as a formal name, frequency, day and time, and format. The meetings are currently described as a workshop, allowing for and encouraging discussion between town staff, the committee, and public attendees. Town staff will then present a report detailing various public outreach initiatives to increase live animal releases, including adoption events, spay-neuter events, and advertisements in local media. This will be followed by a review of shelter impound and disposition statistics for the first 6 months of 2025 for both dogs and cats. The meeting will conclude with a review of the shelter's rescue urgent list, which details animals at risk of euthanasia, as well as a review of their current staffing levels. Tomorrow's workshop meeting is open to the public and begins at 4:30 p.m. at the Yucca Valley Community Center. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Adeline J. Wells.
State Senator Rosalicia Ochoa Bogue is holding a town hall event in 29 Palms tomorrow. Ochoa Bogue represents 29 Palms and several portions of the Morongo Basin in the California State Senate. She says that this town hall event will address larger California topics as well as issues directly impacting 29 Palms. The town hall is tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. at Freedom Plaza in 29 Palms. RSVP is required to attend the event. You can register at a link in this story at Z107.7fm.com. And finally, the 29 Palms High School girls varsity tennis team traveled to San Jacinto to play the Tigers yesterday. The Wildcats lost 5-13. In singles action, Aviana Lipkins, Zamia Abrile, Katie Luke, and Michaela Loman-Rangel each won one set. In doubles action, the team of Amara Banerjee and Sofia Contreras won one set. The Lady Cats host Shadow Hills tomorrow. Come support your Lady Cats. That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear about news happening, let us know. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z1077 Local News, I'm News Director Jeff Harmatz.